Oktoberfest is an annual beer festival held in Munich, Germany that runs for 16 days beginning on the second to last Saturday in September. Each year, about 6 million people attend Munich's Oktoberfest and consume more than 5 million liters of beer.
Wow, barely squeaked in. Holy smokes.
Oktoberfest began with the marriage of Crown Prince Ludwig of Bavaria, later to become King Ludwig I, to Princess Theresa of Saxony-Hildburghausen in October of 1810. A festival was held for the marriage in the fields in front of the city gates, which all the citizens were invited to. The fields that the festival were held on became known as the Therese Nunez, or Theresa's Fields, in honor of the princess, and even to this day, those fields are still home to the festival. At this festival, horse races were held at the close of the prince's party, and the decision was made to have them annually, which eventually gave birth to Oktoberfest. An agricultural show was added to the festival in 1811. Performers, a carousel, and beer stands were added to the core of the festival in 1818. And in 1896, the first beer tents replaced the beer stands. Today, Oktoberfest begins with the parade of the mayor and brewers in carriages, the horse-drawn beer carts of Munich breweries, beer hall waitresses on floats, the beer tent bands and other performers, and many men, women, and children in traditional Bavarian costume. The parade makes its way through the city center to the Scott and Hommel tent, the oldest private tent at the fest, where the mayor of Munich taps the first keg of beer by jamming a bronze spout with a wooden hammer into the keg. The mayor's pronouncement of "O Saptif" is, "It's been tapped," officially signals the start of the Oktoberfest.
At the Cajon Oktoberfest.
I wasn't here for the second weekend.
Okay.
Okay.
Julian Hansen Cox is going to pound in our opening keg.
Oh, is that right? I tapped it last weekend. And last year I tapped it the first weekend, but not the second. There goes the spray. You got a real thing.
We better have good beer. I'm not ready to go home yet. No. We thank the cities of Alpine, La Mesa, and Spring Valley today. Our Königin Sylvia must taste that beer and declare it good.
It is more than good. Cheers!
Prost! We've got the official declaration that the beer is good.
Beer garden. Alright, some Oktoberfest beer.
Do you guys come to Oktoberfest every year?
Every year I've been, it's my third day.
Wow, third day?
I was here last Friday and Saturday and today.
Nice.
Actually, he never left. Jesus on his side this week, though. he didn't leave since last night.
The most important significant event of the Oktoberfest takes place in the beer halls, which serve only beer brewed at one of Munich's major breweries. German bands play traditional music and set the tone of the festivities in the tents, where revelers, many wearing traditional German costumes, eat thick sausages and other German specialties, and drink liter-sized glass mugs of specially brewed Oktoberfest beer, served by costume beer maidens. German immigrants began to imitate the Oktoberfests of Germany and eventually began to create their own festivals in the United States. The Milwaukee, Wisconsin German Fest is one of the longest-running festivals, which started in 1846, which hold very many similarities to the German Oktoberfests. Milwaukee, home of many German descendants and several famous breweries founded by Germans, is the site of a huge Oktoberfest each year, as are other numerous smaller Wisconsin cities and towns. One of the largest Oktoberfests is held annually in Chicago at two sites, one near Berghoff's, a famous German restaurant, and the other in a Chicago neighborhood where many residents have German roots. The neighborhood celebration is technically known as the German American Fest rather than Oktoberfest, but retains the same flavor. Although the festival in Germany focuses more on beer drinking, 7 million quarts are said to be consumed during a 2-week festival. The U.S. version of Oktoberfest calls for both beer and bratwurst, or Wiener Schnitzel, which is a veal cutlet.
It's spicy, so I don't want the regular one, so it's massive. Just, I don't want like any, what was it, the onion, do you remember? What is it? Whatever, I'm gonna try it.
Before the parade, we had like 20 minutes later.
Large German pretzels are also in abundance. They are often sold with ribbons that are looped through the pretzel and then around the neck, leaving the hands free to carry beer and brat. After spending a long day at the Cajon Oktoberfest, I learned a lot of new facts, saw a lot of new things, but finally, it was time to head home.
It's bigger than my head.